Coming up on WUFT Midday, newly released body camera footage shows the moments before Trump's attempted assassinator was arrested. The latest on the charges he is facing.
An overnight arrest. Rapper Sean Diddy Combs is behind bars. The charges he's now facing.
Another arrest for gun violence threats in schools. Why deputies say it should be taken more seriously.
You're watching WUFT Midday.
New police body camera footage shows the arrest of former President Trump's apparent assassination attempt suspect Ryan Ruth. He was charged Monday on federal gun charges. Welcome to WUFT Midday. I'm Hayli Balgobin.
And I'm Jessica Nitti. President Biden spoke with former President Trump by phone, conveying his relief that Trump is safe. Bree Jackson breaks down the body camera footage and what's next for the suspect.
Keep walking!
This body camera footage shows police arresting Ryan Ruth, the suspect from the apparent second assassination attempt against former President Trump. Mr. Trump recalling what happened that day at his Florida golf course.
All of a sudden we heard shots being fired in the air, and I guess probably 4 or 5. And it sounded like bullets.
The former president's golfing partner describing what happened to NBC News.
The entire team converged on top of him, except for the snipers.
The acting Secret Service director says those shots came from an agent who fired after spotting a rifle poking out of the tree line.
The subject, who did not have line of sight to the former president, fled the scene. He did not fire or get off any shots at our agent.
Ruth now facing federal charges of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person and possession of a firearm with an obliterated serial number. Court documents show the 58-year-old's cell phone signals suggest he was hiding in the bushes near Trump's golf course for nearly 12 hours. This all comes just 2 months after a gunman opened fire at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania.
It's frightening to see violence being threatened and used in a political campaign.
President Biden offering to provide more protection to ensure the Republican nominee remains safe.
He was very nice today. He called up to make sure I was okay.
Security is top of mind as both Trump and Vice President Harris return to the campaign trail today. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Just 2 hours ago, Governor Ron DeSantis announced he is signing an executive order to launch a state-level investigation into the assassination attempt. DeSantis spoke at the training division of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office this morning alongside Attorney General Ashley Moody. DeSantis says the state of Florida will have jurisdiction over the most serious and straightforward offense.
In my judgment, it's not in the best interest of our state or our nation that the same federal agencies that are seeking to prosecute Donald Trump leading this investigation, especially when the most serious, straightforward offense constitutes a violation of state law, but not federal law.
Today is National Voter Registration Day, and the Alachua County Elections Office is hosting 2 tabling events to encourage students to vote. They will be set up at the Santa Fe College Civics Fair from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., and another booth will be set up at UF's Library West from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs was arrested, although what he's being charged with is not clear at this time. Combs was arrested in a Manhattan hotel lobby on Monday. The federal investigation of Combs was revealed when Homeland Security agents served simultaneous search warrants and raided his home in Los Angeles and Miami in March. Investigators interviewed several people in relation to the allegations of sex trafficking, sexual assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms. A source familiar with the investigation told NBC News in March.
New from overnight, we now have the first image of the Titan submersible sitting at the bottom of the ocean after its deadly implosion last year. In June of 2022, all 5 people aboard the vessel were killed during a mission to see Titanic's shipwreck. The photo released on Monday shows the vessel's broken tail cone on the ocean floor. It was severed from the rest of the vessel, and you can see a ripped fragment of the rest of it nearby. It was found several hundred yards away from the location of the Titanic.
An 11-year-old is behind bars in Volusia County after threatening to commit a mass shooting. Deputies say dozens of weapons were recovered from a Port Orange home after an investigation led deputies to an 11-year-old's bedroom. They say a tip came in through the Fortify app after the boy got on a group FaceTime call with several of his friends and showed them all the guns. When questioned by police, the boy said it was all a joke.
Life is not a video game. Life is real. If you get hurt, you get hurt for real. I mean, that's it. And it sucks that they have no respect for life.
Volusia County deputies are reminding students and parents that these threats are disrupting schools and consuming law enforcement resources.
A new emergency notification system is being introduced in Alachua County schools. An integrated school safety software called Raptor will replace Intrado, which is the former program. Raptor allows educators to report emergencies directly to law enforcement. Only school administrators are required to have the app, but teachers are also being encouraged to download it. Raptor has been used in Marion County Public Schools since 2018.
An over $9 million rebate will help Dixie County Schools introduce a fully electric bus fleet. The rebate from 2022 will go toward the purchase of 23 brand new electric school buses. Currently, Dixie County Schools own 11 electric buses and 37 diesel buses. When the new electric fleet comes in, it will completely replace the diesel buses.
A community is coming together to raise money for a middle school football captain who is robbed while raising funds for a spot on the team. On Saturday, 14-year-old Abraham Lincoln Middle School student Ja'Cory Kogman was selling water and Gatorade outside of the UF football stadium. 45-year-old Leonard Mack tried to trick Kogman by telling him he was a friend of his mother's and she wanted to give the teen $30. Kogman said he needed to ask his mother, but that's when Mack grabbed all of the money Kogman had raised and walked away. Mack is facing felony robbery charges and is currently in the Alachua County Jail.
Bellevue is launching a new child safety program. The program will give parents the tools to strengthen their children's safety. The program will take place at the Bellevue Community Center on September 18th, October 17th, November 7th, and December 12th from 4 to 6 p.m. Each child will get an ID card linked to the Amber Alert system using the nationwide fingerprint system. No registration is needed. For more information, contact Robert Vass at rvass@bellevuefl.org.
Drivers in Marion County will face detours for about 2 months as significant repairs take place along Merricamp Road. Various roads will be closed starting today ahead of roadway pavement repairs. Commuters should expect delays at the following locations you see on your screen. Seek alternate routes if your daily commute takes you down any of these roads.
Let's take a live look out at our DOT cams in Paynes Prairie. Looks like traffic is light headed towards Gainesville. My walk to the station was cooler than it's been in the last few weeks. UF forecaster Selina Massmann is tracking how long we can expect this to last.
Yes, as we can see on our current storm tracker, we do not have a lot of storms in the area. This is a nice change from what we were seeing last week with constant overcast skies and a torrential amount of rainfall, in my opinion. What we can see here, if you have any family or relatives that are living on the east coast of the United States, they might have dealt with some flooding from this tropical system, which if it had developed a little bit more, would have become Tropical Storm Hayli, bringing a lot of rainfall to the area, causing some flooding issues for them. But for us, it's bringing a lot of nice, dry, cooler air into our area, with some lingering showers here and there. Taking a bigger look at the tropics, we can see the remnants of what was Hurricane Gordon still out in the Atlantic. There is a chance for redevelopment throughout the later part of this week. However, this is not going to be an issue to any of us inland. Could cause some problems for some fish out in the Atlantic though. Quick look at the storm names at where we're at in the season. As I mentioned, Gordon is the only one that is currently out at sea. Had the other storm developed, it would have become Hayli. And as the notorious I names are almost around the corner, we should keep an eye out for what hurricane season has to bring us there. Quick look at the hour by hour. Temperatures are in the mid 80s going into the upper 70s throughout the rest of the day. There's still a chance for rain, but nothing compared to what we were seeing last week. Quick look at our future cast. We can see some lingering showers, some stray showers hitting our area later on tonight and tomorrow. As Hurricane Francine moved in last week, that's where we saw a big part of the storms that we were experiencing last week bring rain to our area and overcast skies. As this has moved through and dissipated, we can see just the leftovers from what this tropical system brought and what Francine brought to our area. making a very nice rest of the week regarding rain. We could see this also on our cameras, as we could see nice puffy white clouds with some blue skies in the distance. No chance for any thunderstorms as it looks like right now. Temperatures right now are in the low 80s, some still in the upper 70s, but the relative humidity that we're experiencing is making this a lot more comfortable. Tomorrow, temperatures are in the low 90s, 91 even in the villages, Ocala. But like I said, the dew point is making everything so much more comfortable than what it used to be. We're trying to reach for those low 60s and upper 50s, but it's not that time of season yet. Quick look at the 7-day outlook. Temperatures are dropping into the mid 80s throughout the rest of the week, even reaching lows in the 60s with precipitation chance even going down the rest of the week. So a nice start to the Florida fall.
Gasoline prices in Florida have hit a nearly 8-month low, with the statewide average dropping 6 cents a gallon over the past week as demand and oil costs have declined. According to the AAA Auto Club, the average price of a gallon of regular unleaded is now $3.09. AAA spokesman Mary Jenkins says crude oil prices continue to suffer big losses. This is due to global economic concerns and the belief that global fuel supplies could begin to outpace demand.
About 25% of Florida retailers have gasoline below $3 a gallon, and there's a good chance that $3 a gallon or even below could become even more of a common sight throughout the state in the coming days.
In addition to the decrease in demand and oil costs, prices typically fall in mid-September as refineries begin conversion to cheaper winter blends of gasoline. The national average price was $3.21 per gallon on Monday.
Boeing contract negotiations are resuming, according to a union representative. The source says a federal mediator is holding discussions today. This is the first time Boeing and union leaders will sit down since a massive strike started last Friday. About 33,000 employees are on strike, leaving the company's main aircraft production work virtually shut down. Analysts say the walkout could cost the company more than $1 billion if it lasts for months. Many striking workers say they want better pay and benefits. Target says it's hiring 100,000 seasonal workers this holiday season. These employees will support order pickup and drive up customers and assist with stocking shelves. Applications will open on the 25th of September.
Global chip makers Intel is partnering with Amazon to create custom chip design. This new deal comes as Intel continues its efforts to cut down operating costs. Intel's CEO says Intel Foundry will make an AI fabric chip for Amazon Web Services. The struggling chip maker announced it will receive up to $3 billion in grant funding from the U.S. government. That money will be used to boost domestic chip making and chips for the military. Following the Monday announcement, Intel shares jumped 6% in after-hours trading.
Now let's get over to WUFT First at 5 anchor Mar Roches with a look at what's coming up on the First at 5 on Channel 5.
Thanks, Haley. Tune in tonight on PBS Channel 5 for the top stories we're following today. First up, fights outside a Starbucks on 13th Street, what the store is planning to do to prevent these in the future. Next, Alachua County Public Schools officials will meet tonight to approve a plan on Rawlings Elementary's needs. Plus, there's a rabies case in Marion County. All that and more at 5.
Before we go, one last check on the weather.
Our 7-day outlook is finally showing some Florida fall season reaching our doorstep. Temperatures are in the mid 80s, with lows in the upper 60s throughout the beginning of next week, with the rain chances going down throughout the rest of the week. So a nice change from what we were experiencing last week.
Thanks for joining us for WUFT Midday. We're back here tomorrow for another edition.
We now join Sports Scene with Steve Russell live on WRUF Radio and right here on WRUF-TV Channel 6.